Hi, and welcome to Al's Record Room. I'd like to show you some of my country 45s under the colour code green, which is for country music, in my index system in my record collection. And we're starting off with the box A. So any record that's in here that's country music, starting with the letter A, is in this box. Now that's part of my colour coding system, right? So we know that green is for country music, right? So we've explained what the green colour's for. Now, this will help us explain it. This is my counting system, so this is sort of a way for me to count or keep a count of how many records I have in each section of my index set up for my 45s. So this board's only for 45s at the moment, right? And there's a abacus on the bottom of it to help me count, and pegs to stop them sort of crossing over to the wrong side without me knowing when I count them. So I count by tens. So every time I file a record I have to move one of the beads and adjust the numbers. The numbers are magnetic. So red is for the 50s and 60s music, yellow is 70s, blue is 80s and 90s, and of course green is country, and the white one down there is the equals of how many 45s are actually in my 45 record collection. Well, roughly, it's not probably perfect, but it's close either side of it, so it gives me an idea how many 45s I have in my collection. You know what I mean? So as you can see, it tells you what's in each section of my record collection with the 45s only. So that's what that's for, right? That's for my 45s. Now we're back to the box again. Now we've got this pink dot right on there. There's a pink little dot. Can you see the pink dot? And of course the green ones. Well, that pink dot just says that these records, there's only one song by that band. So they're waiting for a partner. Then they go and get one of those green dots, because the green dot records are like this. See, like this is Alan Jackson records. So there's the green dot at the front that starts the beginning of the Alan Jackson 45s, and there's a blank tag that tells me that that's where the Alan Jackson 45s end in my record collection. So that's all Alan Jackson 45s, right? And that's what we're going to do. We're going to show you the Alan Jackson 45s. Right? Here goes the first one. So that's one. Two, but I probably should do this, shouldn't I? I should probably show you the other side as well. So that's the other side of the first record, right? So there you go. That was the first record, right? That I just showed you by Alan Jackson. Now here's another one by Alan Jackson. So this is Alan Jackson. So this is records that start with A in my record collection in the country part in Al's Record Room, right? There's the other side of the Alan Jackson record. And I make sure that I showed you that side clean enough, or I should say long enough. So look, here's another Alan Jackson 45 that's in my country record collection. I like collecting records, especially 45s. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you the other side. There you go. There's the other side of the Alan Jackson record. And here's another one. Alan Jackson 45. Right? What about this one? Another Alan Jackson one. Funny enough, my name's Alan anyway, but short for Al, or Al for short. And this is my record room, and I've been collecting for a long time, and I'm 57 this year. So look, there's another Alan Jackson 45. And here of course is the other side of that one. Alan Jackson. Look, another one. Alan Jackson 45. In my record collection, in the country section, under A, filed under the green tag, in the colour code system. Another Alan Jackson one. But I forgot to show you the other side of the first one. See, I have reading and writing problems and spelling problems. I can read fairly well, it's just I can't spell too good. And I have to research words, and I tell you, when I make my videos, sometimes they take a lot of reruns and retakes, you know what I mean? But oh well, I have fun doing it. So here's Alan Jackson again, another 45 by Alan Jackson. Alright. Other side of the 45 now, by Alan Jackson. Okay, another Alan Jackson one. Yeah, I've got lots of Alan Jackson 45s. Here look, more Alan Jackson. Other side. Here look, more Alan Jackson. Lots of Alan Jackson 45s in my record collection in the country bit. Alan Jackson again. Oh look, here's the other side of that one. Alan Jackson record. And here's this one, in a blue cover, Astra label. Well, if you see behind me to that side of me, right, that's LPs, they're the 50s and 60s LPs beside me. And behind me, or directly behind me, where you see the light coming from, that's 70s LPs, what you see behind me. And of course, that side of me is 70s LPs as well. Now here of course is one more Alan Jackson 45, and there's the ending tag I was telling you about. So what about this? Look, what about this one? More records, country music, box A, green tag, or I should say colour code system. I like collecting records. See, there's only 3 by this one, but the cover's wrong for this one. Needs a better cover, or the right cover, or just a white one. See, I do have those white covers that you use when you need them. And there's even this one where you can see I've actually got these clamps on where I've been doing some repair work to it. So that's what those clamps are doing, they've been repairing it for me, or helping me repair it clamp it and let it dry sort of idea while I wait for glue to set. So that's who that is. That's one of my LPs. It's just I haven't put the record back in it, but it's got, well, it's been washed and it's waiting for me to sort of play it again. Then I've got to put it back in that cover. So that's out of my way again. Now here, look, here's part of my colour coding system. There's the stickers for it. Red for 50s, so the red is for 50s and 60s music, yellow is for the 70s, and of course there's the green one for the country, blue for the 80s and 90s, and that's 60s and 50s. Now see, so these two have just got, well, found a partner to be, that's that one. So they got a green tag now because I've got 2 songs by that one person, or one band. Archie Campbell. The Archie Campbell record. Under A. You see, look, it's got a $4 price tag on it. When it comes in a box of records from overseas, yeah, I buy records in bulk lots. And see, there's another Archie Campbell one. See, that's some of box A in the green section of the country records. We'll do a bit more of this one later. We'll show you some more when I get back to that one. Right, you know what I mean? And that's that record again that's been repaired. Wait for me to put it away. There's that counting thing I've got that I use to help me count my records or keep a count. It saves me using pen and paper because the numbers are magnetic. And it's got that abacus thing on it. See the abacus? And the pegs to stop me losing my space or place. And the colour code system. Red for 50s, 60s, yellow is the 70s, blue is the 80s, 90s, and green is of course the country, and the white is the equal sign. And how much I've got in my index system, nearly roughly about, you know what I mean, it's not exactly, it's close to it though, either side of it. So it just gives me an estimate of what's in there, so I have a rough count, so I know how many I've got, sort of. I like having this idea because this helps me read what it says on the records, because I need these things, glasses, to help me see what's going on. You know what I mean? So that's handy to have. And there's also a light over my record player that makes it easy too. So I can see what I'm looking at. And there's that box of 45's again. That's country music with the green tag. And we're going to go on with that and video a bit more of that shortly for the next video. Now I must say thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and that of course is Al's Record Room, and that's me of course, Al. So don't forget to like and subscribe to Al's Record Room. Thank you. Over and out, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Al's Record Room.